Hello friends, this is Hatim Rampurawala, and in this video we will be discussing the case study based on the concept of Six Sigma, and that too on DMAIC method. See, in this case study what they have asked is advise managing. We'll read the case study later on, but first I am showing you the required part, and then first we'll understand the concept that advise managing partner on Six Sigma implementation to reduce the number of the sales return using the DMAIC method. So what is this DMAIC method? So I will quickly go through, just in 1 minute I will explain what is DMAIC. See, there are two methods, two methodology for implementation of Sigma. One is DMAIC and one is DMAC. DMAIC. Wait, I am showing you the spelling exactly. DMADV. Okay. First, this case study is based on the concept of DMAIC. That is, this method is very robust. It is used to improve the existing process. This is very robust. It is very robust method. Then it helps to improve the existing business to produce the dramatic improvement in the business process. It is related to the existing business. It helps in dramatic improvement. Many entities have used it successfully. It has 5 phases. That is DMAIC, that is define, measure, analyze, then I for improve, and C for control. That is define the problem. D is for defining the problem, projects and customer requirement. What is the problem, what is the customer requirement. Then measure the current performance, where we are standing, what is the current performance. Analyze the root cause, what is causing variation and poor performances. Analyzing the root cause. Then improve the process and elimination of the improve the process implementation, addressing and eliminating the root cause, which we had analyzed, that we have to eliminate by the process improvement. And then control and maintaining the improved processes. That is, the one improved processes which we have developed, that should be maintained, and future process performance should be maintained, should be controlled. Okay, then DMAIC is used under the following circumstances. When we use DMAIC, basically it is when these are the assumptions, basically when we used. So if these all conditions are present, then the DMAIC has been applied. That is, the product or the processes already exist, as we had seen in the definition part, first line as well. It should be that the product and processes exist. Then the product is a part of an ongoing process improvement. That it should be an ongoing, it should not be a new, ongoing process improvement. Then only a single process needs to be altered. Competitor action are only single process needs to be altered. Then all three are stable. That is, customer is competitor is stable. Then customer behavior is unchanging, and technology is stable. Customer and competitor are unchanging and competitor are stable. Only single process needs to be altered. Now once we got the entire idea of this, we'll quickly go through the case study as well. Okay, so Derby Gray is a leading manufacturer of the leather luggage bags up to 62 up to 62. What is this inch? Up to 62 for the style conscious people around the globe. It made up 2 independent divisions in Delhi. The division MX performs all the manufacturing and the packaging operation. All the sales are made through the manufacturing packaging is done by Delhi division, and all the sales are made, that is basically manufacturing packaging is done by MX division, and all the sales are made through the division RX, which has 11 retail stores in Delhi, as well as through Derby Great Town well developed website. So they are selling from the stores as well, 11 stores in New Delhi, as well as website. Derby Grey has also retail operation in Dubai, Kuala Lumpur, Bangkok, as well as Singapore. So in this 4 countries. Then these overseas business operates as an independent subsidiary within the division RX. So these all are an independent subsidiary within RX, which is based basically selling the goods, and MX is for manufacturing and packaging. Then Derby Grey revolutionized the industry by offering cheap but stylish luggage bags. So it is now into revolutionize the industry, that is offering cheap, that is a low cost but stylish bags. Derby Grey is able to keep its price low by offering a very basic level services. So it is providing a stylish bag but a very basic level services, so hence it is able to keep the price low. Luggage bags are sold in a boxes for the customer to assemble themselves, and well delivered delivery are made through third party distributor. So what they are given is luggage bags are sold in boxes. So it is in basically manufacturing of bags and all. So luggage bags which are manufactured are sold in boxes for the customer to assemble themselves. Are sold in boxes for customer to assemble themselves, and all the deliveries are made through third party distributor, that is Costa Cruz. Then Dr. Phillips, managing partner, is bothered about the increasing sales return and massive complaint about the product purchased from the Derby Grey on the social media. With this concern, Dr. Phillips has appointed you as a performance management. So basically, what has been going on there has been a huge sales return and massive complaint. So for that, the company has appointed you as an performance management expert to help the firm to execute the Six Sigma technique to reduce the number of the sales return and to evaluate the firm existing performance. Dr. Phillips has heard that Six Sigma analysis involve large quantity of the data, that is large quantity of data. Six Sigma analysis involve large quantity of data. Dr. Phillips stated that I am not confident on our current IT system. I doubt whether the system would be able to identify the required data related to the cutting, preparation, closing, lasting, etc. These manufacturing subdivisions may be the root cause. See what it is stating is, I am not confident of the our current IT system. I doubt whether the system would be able to identify the required data relating to the cutting, preparation, closing, lasting, etc. These manufacturing subdivisions have maybe the root cause of the problem. So this basically the manufacturing subdivision may be the root cause of the problem. Further, the quarterly complied sales return data has not enough details. We may need to do more analysis on the customer satisfaction. So basically his view is we may need to do more analysis on the customer satisfaction and manufacturing quality. You have been given the access to the feedback given by the customer. For so we are given basically they don't have any proper system from which they have extracted the data and on which we can work basically. So what they have given us is the feedbacks given by the customer for returning the goods to measure the existing performance in this area. So by this the complaints will identify the existing performance in this area. Refer below. First, difficult to assemble or piece missing. See what it is written is difficult to assemble or piece missings. What they do is when they supply the luggage bag, they send the boxes and it has been assembled by the customer itself. So one thing customer faces is difficult to assemble or the pieces to assemble are missing. So difficult to assemble and pieces are missing for assembling. It has been identified 47% of the entire sales return. The 47% of the sales return is done due to this reason. Then bags are not as demanded. For instance, the one bag demanded by the customer have not been properly delivered. So and hence it has been returned. So such a return are quantified, that is 24%. So 47% due to the difficult to assemble and piece missings are there. Then 24% is due to bags are bags are sold which are not being demanded. Then poor quality 19% sales return, due to poor quality 19% sales return. Arrived damages 9% and arrived late is 1% required. Advise managing partner on the Six Sigma implementation to reduce the number of the sales return using the DMAIC method. So what they have said is advise the managing partner on Six Sigma implementation to reduce the they have said that how the Six Sigma should be applied to reduce the sales return using the DMAIC method. Now what we have studied in DMAIC, D is for define the problem, what is the identify the problem, then measure the current performance, then DMAIC analyze the root cause, improve the processes and eliminate the root cause, and then control the existing performance measurement system. So DMAIC is the methodology of the Six Sigma used to improve the existing business process. It is basically an assumption. It is worked on the following, it is that is Six Sigma used to improve the existing business processes, not a new business processes. Dynamic method can be applied only if it is an existing business process. It is advisable to the managing partner to execute the following phase of dynamic. So if the following phase are being developed, are being executed in the entire system of the what we can say, this manufacturing to sales return, if in the process the dynamic has been implemented, so it will help to improve the existing business process. That is, first they have to define the problem. This phase emphasizes exactly what the customer requirements are. In this case focus is preciously on the why, on why the bags are returned. See, first we have to define the problem, why the bags are returned. The objective of the process needs to be clear, as in case to reduce the number of the customer return. See, the problem is in short that there has been a huge sales return. So why the customer are returning the bags? The objective is to be clear as to the case to reduce. Now what is our objective behind that? After, not behind it, after that, if the sales have been getting returned, so how to reduce the number of the sales return? If there has been sales return, then our objective from the company perspective is how to reduce that sales return. The customer expects certain minimum requirement from the manufacturing and packaging processes. They expect certain minimum requirement from the manufacturing and packaging processes. For example, there are that the bags are properly packed in boxes, so there should be proper what we can say, implementation from the company side, that there should be a proper packaging process. For example, that the bags are properly packed in the boxes. They are also expected that the goods are delivered undamaged within the reasonable time and delivered at the reasonable time and date when committed. Further, the customer perception of the quality customer perceptions of the quality should coincide with the price paid. So they should get the quality for what they have paid the price, coincide with the price paid through different customer, though different customer may have different expectations. Then measure the existing process. This phase measures the process to determine existing performance. In this case, the sales return figures do not show complete picture. See, sales return is not showing the complete picture as to why the customer returned the bag. It is just giving the percentage that due to this reason it is returning. But why the customer returning the bag? Why the class belongs to the poor packing? See, which of the class belongs to the poor packing? Why one belonging to which one belongs to the defective item? See, this process measures the processes. This phase measures the processes to determine the existing performance. In this case, the sales return figures do not show the complete picture as to why the customer returned the bag. Why they are returning, we are not getting. Which of the class belong to the poor packing? Which class belong to the poor? Who is doing proper poor packing? Which class belongs to the poor packing? Which one belongs to the defective item? Which one belongs to the activity of the subdivisions? The ambiguity of the data and the classification of the definition will need to be addressed as to enable the process to be measured effectively. Then analyze this phase defects. This phase defects the detects the root cause. In analysis, we have to identify the root cause of the problem. The problem root cause of the sales return are the problem, that is sales return, has the problem root cause of the sales return are as follows. First, difficult to assemble or price missing, that is return could be because of the bags were not manufactured or packed properly in a MX division, but could also be due to the poor design design, customer losing the pieces of or simply being unable to assemble the bags. They are not able to assemble the bags, pieces are missing and all. Then bags, that is 47%. Bags are not as per demanded. See, we are identifying the root cause. So these were the problems basically, that the bags were not demanded and were of poor quality. The bags were delivered which are not demanded. The quality which they demanded were not delivered to the customer, and poor quality. The return could be due to the defective manufacturing, or if the customer had merely changed their mind and no longer required the bag. If the bags were not demanded, the identification of the defective items are too vast. Then arrived damaged, that the damage while arriving the goods is 9% in transportation. That it may be that the customer wrongly classify the defective bag as damaged. These bags may become damaged by the Costa Cruise. Only a small number of the return relates directly to them. There is 9%. Arrived late, 1%. The reasons of the arrived late could be either Costa Cruise could not make delivery on time, or the MX division could not complete the order on time. So there can be two reasons: whether the delivery is late, or whether the goods have not been manufactured only by MX division. MX division could not complete the order on time, and this caused only 1% of the return. Return is relatively insignificant. Further, we are first seeing the third point, that is analyzing the root cause, analyzing the problem. Further, the information could be analyzed like country-wise sales return, product-wise sales return, more clear definition of the defective items from the customer perspective. By doing so, the firm may easily get information related to the area of the business where the sales return are high, and hence able to focus on that. We can identify based on the area as well, okay, from which area there has been a huge sales return. Okay, now we move on to the fourth point, that is improve. In this phase, recommendations are made to minimize these. So we have identified the root cause. Now recommendations are made to minimize or eliminate the root cause of the problem, and then those recommendations are implemented to improve. Now those recommendations, they are given recommendations. Now those recommendations are implemented to improve the processes in the systematic manner. So improve the process in a systematic manner, and thereby improving the and thereby reducing the, what we can say, eliminating the root cause by implementation of the recommendation. Derby Gray is required to consider aspect of the production or the packaging which could be improved. They have to basically focus on production and packaging. For example, timely repair and maintenance of an equipment and the training to staff, existing staff, repair and maintenance of the machinery, training to staff. By this, there can be, they are required to consider the aspect of production and packaging which could be improved. So proper maintaining training staff. So by this, there can be proper production and packaging, and this production and packaging can be improved. Further, the availability of the resources and likely cost of making the improvement needs to be carefully considered. Then control. Here the control means maintaining the improved performance and the future performance. Control means maintaining the future performance and maintaining the improved performance and future performance. Derby Gray would be required to monitor the performance on the ongoing basis. So this control activity should be an ongoing activity or ongoing process. If the sales return reaches the above particular level, it should be reported to the responsible person and should be act immediately. So after this implementation, it should be what we can say. There should be a continuous process of to monitor the performance on the ongoing basis. If there is any variation, then it should be properly communicated to the responsible person and act accordingly. In addition, Derby Gray needs to design the IT system in which a way so that it can provide required details. Since this is the continuous monitoring, so it may be also required reinvesting on some phases in DMAIC. Okay, so as we have seen, first, as we understood this process, learned this process first, that define, measure, analyze, improve and control, and then it should be applied on the existing process and all other things are stable, and on that basis the same 5 points and we have answered based on the same 5 points, that is first I define, then analyze, measure the current performance, then analyze the root cause, then improve the process and eliminate the root cause, and then control. The same 5 points has been written linking with the case study asked. So I think so we are done. Yeah, thank you for watching the video.